This code is definitely cleaner than the other code because it doesn't have any duplicated code. It's true the total number of lines of code is about the same, but that's not what I'm worried about so much. What I'm more concerned about is that it is semantically clear, it makes sense, it's maintainable because other people, or you in the future, can look at this code and make sense of it. I think we basically did a pretty good job, but there actually is room for yet more improvement. This core part of the code that does all of the counting is more complicated than it needs to be. We're doing all of this checking if the current letter equals the previous letter based on our earlier thinking, but it turns out we don't have to do all of that, and our current data structure makes it even easier. Look at all we have to do. Right now, let's see what we're doing. We always increment our current total number, a count of the total number of letters. That makes sense. And then we do the special thing where we say if the letter has not changed, we increment our run length. And if we're ending a run, we reset it to 0. That makes sense, but now that we have this new data structure, look what we can do. We can say always increment the run length because we know what the current character is. We only increment the run length of letter index, which is the current character. And we don't have to check for this other thing at all. Instead, what we can do is we can just always set the run length of the other one to 0. And then we don't have to be manually setting the run length of the current character to 1 if only if in a certain condition. And then what we can say is we can always update the maximum run length. Right? This is a little bit less efficient, it is true. And if we were trying to make a system that we're concerned about efficiency, then just the previous example would have been better because it was more efficient, absolutely. But this one is cleaner. I'm pretty sure this is going to do the right thing. Increment our total count, increment our current run length, reset the other character's run length to 0, and update the maximum. But now, instead of updating the maximum of the other one, we want to update the maximum of the current one that we've just updated. So let's fix that. Cross your fingers and see if I got it right this time. And the answer is yes, exactly the same result. And this time we have reduced the amount of code, and I think we really have made it a lot simpler.